All right, and we are live. So game two of WormTime versus AceMace of the Scrapyard Scrum finals. So this is match 2 of 3. So yesterday we followed the games. AceMace yesterday was Dark Side. He was playing a Biker Scout deck. WormTime was playing a Speeder deck. And so it looks like Kessel start for WormTime, Kashyyyk start for AceMace. Seems to be a matching pilot deck. I'm sure we'll see Meanda and superficial damage deck. So with staging areas. So it should be interesting to see what kind of items he does. WormTime getting a large hand, 2 more systems from hand. Drains in space, still not huge, but could add up. Let's see. WormTime thinking. Black 3 matching pilot. Where's he going to go? Could be Kashyyyk. Yeah, because he still draws. Interesting. A reserve, the reserve pilot is a matching pilot for Black 3. I didn't know that. It does refer to the text. Yeah, interesting. So I guess he is a matching pilot. That's awesome. Reserve pilot's better than I thought. Very cool. AceMace's turn. What's it gonna be? So docking base. And Kashyyyk operative. Given that he starts the Kashyyyk, that would make sense. He is increasing his force activation potential. All right. Someone let me know if my sound's working. I think it is, but you could tell me, that'd be appreciated. More matching pilot, a second reserve pilot. Very impressive. And going to deploy to Kessel. My question in my mind is, are the rares? So if we look up the scavenger format briefly here, look at the systems. What systems do we not have available? So Endor is available to the dark side. Kashyyyk is available to the dark side Kashyyyk. Kifex is not. Looks like Kifex is a rare. Sullust is not. So I would not be surprised maybe to see Sullust and dark side version of Kashyyyk in the deck. AceMace using traffic control. AceMace does not. I'm guessing he was probably trying to deploy a docking bay to Kashyyyk, I would guess. Have to see. Thanks, No Girl. Thanks for the verification. Appreciate that. Only disadvantage, of course, of these ties is they can't move on their own. They have no hyperspeed. Getting a drain at 2 Kashyyyk is good for him. Oh yeah, he lost a forest. Yeah, I guess he would want and need that for defensive reasons. Makes sense. Nice drawing a very large hand up to 12. And Narshada wind chimes. I would expect a Bargwin or an operative. And it looks like another Kashyyyk operative. Makes sense. So WormTime could get a drain of 3 this turn, and it's a surprise assault. Very deadly combination, but that's going to backfire. But it's 1 force instead of 2 force, so actually it's slightly to his advantage, although of course I'm sure he wanted to do more than just one damage there. Losing Disruptor Pistol from hand. Might have been a mistake. Don't know. That Disruptor Pistol, he will almost assuredly retrieve that. Last door controls for WormTime. So Rubble Barrier, I'm guessing, is an uncommon. I would largely guess. And Rubble Barrier and Imperial Barrier are both legal in this format. And we have Major Turf Veneer. Draws 1 Battle Destiny on his own to ideally HD. I'm also going to draw up as well. And given that Monarch and Grimtosh are very common in this format, I am not surprised to see both of them respecting the 12 card hand max. Generally speaking, max. AceMace did not retrieve his weapon yet. Maybe he's waiting for it to go to the use pile to do its business next turn, would be my guess. Corvette. And a barrier. Second Corvette. Yeah, Rail-Tier Freighter Captain on the Corvette that was barriered. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe he's not intending to battle just yet. As for Revert, which one time is a gentleman. Time has no grabbers. He does not have oppressive enforcement, so these interrupts are going to go 3 ungrabbed. Same for AceMace, no grabbers here, so they can do what they want for the moment. 2 freighter captains. The only disadvantage, of course, of this is that they do not cumulatively add. I'm going to admit I think this is a dumb rule, but that is the rule, so they're non-unique. They can not both add. AceMace is going to start a battle. Add an operative there. And that 5 is going to do it. Yeah, he's going to lose both the tie and the reserve pilot there. AceMace is getting rid of the operative. And we'll draw. Secret Plan's doing its job of making retrieval more expensive. Time really needs to pound the damage. So he is going to go past 12. Question, of course, is what is he fishing for? Could be Mianda. Have to see. Mianda is very famous for adding 2 to balance when he draws, and so he could hit this this Corvette during a move phase. That would not surprise me. Losing a laser cannon. I guess he's not expecting a X-Wing or A-Wing or Starfighter. Yeah, and we see a Wookiee. One good thing about Wookiees in the Scavenger format is effectively because they get +1 at a Jungle Force or Kashyyyk site, and therefore by default, on Kashyyyk these guys are power 6. It means that surprise assault is hard to work on them. So he can add his Authorian or he can add his Kashyyyk operative, and the chances of them blowing through, the power differential is minimal. So, battle order makes WormTime's job more difficult because the Baragwin can cancel out the stuff. Do see Sullust, do see Endor. So if he can deploy to there, that will help him win the drain race. You have to not to drain this turn, which I think makes sense. So he's going to go for the drain first, and then maybe he'll challenge Kashyyyk later. He has the right cards, would be my guess. So dark maneuvers, going to track a 6. Going to be 3 from the bottom. There are 15 cards in WormTime's deck. Okay, so 3 from the bottom, 4 from the bottom is going to be a 5. So if he can bleed some cards from a 4 drain next turn, he can get that 5 and that 6 that he's looking for. If I had to take a guess, the 5 would be to blow up a ship, and the 6 would be Battle Destiny. We'll see. Or that 4 from the bottom is a 5. That Authorian doing its effective +1 4 drain from adding an icon. Very, very good. Losing Kashyyyk from hand, says I don't need to replace your sight. And losing a second laser cannon. Will he lose it from the top? No. So maybe he has another way to track that 6 and that 5, or he's not planning to use it just yet. If you are AceMace, you probably want to get some bargaining tables down to kind of better take advantage of non-unique aliens. That being said, AceMace can also track if he wants to. He has 18 force activation, 15 cards reserve deck. So if he needs to use that 5 for a battle and try to fight in space with some cards he deploy, he could potentially do that as well. AceMace is thinking. Wookiees are warriors. They should be able to use these disruptor pistols. AceMace decided to double up on Barrack wins. Not a bad idea, although dark side spies are horribly lacking in Scavenger. Just like we discussed, only probe droids, so the ability to do some ganking is severely limited on the dark side. Had to have a Star Destroyer and then deploy a probe droid and then some other card that could drop out of Destiny potentially. He's saying he has 5 the signals. That's a lot of signals. Judging by WormTime and AceMace, no one is afraid of Sensor Alter. Granted, of course, it's hard to make it useful. AceMace still thinking. AceMace drawing. He might be using that VHD. He might use a Victory Class Star Destroyer. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I think very much his intent here is to kind of challenge space. Yeah. He is going to pay the 3 force to continue his plan of trying to drain. AceMace needs effectively 2 force to retrieve 1 card because of secret plans. So he's losing a Thorian and then Disruptor Pistol. And then he's going to try to retrieve the Disruptor Pistol. Meaning he didn't have 2 Disruptor Pistols in his hand. So Scythe 1, that is Mianda. Classic Mianda, and yep. But there's still 3 cards between him and that. Yeah, it was earlier was 3 from the bottom, 4 from the bottom. So, okay, he does have a Victory Class. What do I know? So maybe he does have Probe Droids. And I do know from Saber 1138's game that he does use the Mianda Victory Class Star Destroyer combo often, and he will hide the tie inside of the Star Destroyer. And he's just going to shoot. This is not the 5 or the 6. Okay, what am I talking about? All right, I guess I messed something up. All right, well, that's the 5. So that is going to be gone. And 2 captains and the Corvette are gone. So he is going to move away and not worry about the counterattack. So he can drain at Sullust, and then he can move back with the Victory Class Star Destroyer with Scythe and then do his business later. So eat the drain for now and disrupt the Corvette later. Now, because he tracked a 6, that 6 should be on top now. So he could threaten that Corvette here. He could get a 6 there, or possibly try to counteract one of the Wookiees. This would be a guaranteed force loss, though, at the very least. Hope she's all right. The light side version of Search and Destroy. We need 2 battleground sites for that to work. No grabbers means we get to have a Wookiee and have everything we want. Right. But yeah, WormTime did not save a force, so nothing there. There's the bargaining table. There's at least one 98 alien in hand. Make WormTime's difficult while he continues to drain, so. He forgot that he doesn't have a battleground there. So will AceMace ask for revert? I guess not. All right. Freighter Captain. Freighter Captain. Raltier is not on table. So he does need the Freighter Captain and the Hempthy to draw Battle Destiny, if that's what the goal is. It seems like it is. Are we going to see anything else on this ship? AceMace thinking. He will battle. WormTime is going to shuffle his deck effectively because he started the game with Karita and Rendili in his hand. So he does get one free shuffle. And the tracked 5 is going to do its job. So the question is, what will WormTime do? And he has a 3. So a 3 will get rid of one item, one thing, and he will not draw Battle Destiny on his own, although AceMace could move this away. It's interesting, we don't see TIE Defender Mark II all that much. So, but can deploy as a react, I could see how that could be useful. And he's going to double back up on his Corvettes. So WormTime shuffled his deck. I don't think he knows, where his track destiny is anymore. That being said, I could see him, going ahead and moving, and doing. Of course, now he gets to see reserve deck, so he can see if he has enough to kind of shoot something down. So all he needs is he needs basically to beat a 4, he needs a 5 total. So because Mianda adds 2, he effectively needs a 3. So if he feels there's a good chance of drawing a 3, then moving over there probably makes sense. So Captain Jonas did not have any matching pilot, but being able to draw Battle Destiny after you move, in case he has more ships, is a logical option. He will fire during the move phase. Miranda's greatest. And that's a 5. That will do it. And WormTime will not retreat. So WormTime has 28 cards in Life Force versus 28. So on paper, they're even. Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's not a rare. Yeah, no, I mean, he completely changes the game. And there's no hyper escape either, right? So there's no it's a trap, to stop Mianda shooting at you. There's no dodge to stop him from shooting at you. So intruder missile, interesting. And overload. So AceMace is not worried about deploying and being barriered. He wants to have more disruptor pistols. He lost one way early in the game, so he can get that back. I believe it was third card, I believe. So now he's going to use traffic control, track some more destinies, and I'm going to guess plan his next attack. Yep, you're correct. Emotion is a rare. Yeah. Correct. Emotions are rare, so you cannot cancel Miranda's text. It's true. You have another Wookiee from Bargaining Table. Just making it progressively harder to do a counter assault successfully. AceMace will retreat as well. You don't want to risk being, losing force from being overwhelmed. AceMace is respecting the 12 card limit, still afraid of Monarch. WormTime checking his deck. So he has 3 cards in reserve. Is that good enough to blow up the Corvette during the move phase? Again, WormTime just needs an average of 3 for that to work. Cancel the force drain again. So one more time. Will he drain in the other places is the question. Is it even worth it? Seems like he is just going to deploy. Perhaps get rid of the Corvette via straight up battle damage. Okay. He's going to take the battle damage. Interesting choice. I would think surely Mr. WormTime is going to blow it up, but maybe he feels that saves them time. Saves him one turn of tempo because he probably doesn't want to leave one Star Destroyer by itself, but he could do a transfer there. I don't know. I have to see. He could transfer. He needs both these guys though to drop Battle Destiny. Hear me, baby, hold together. We don't see that often. So I think you probably need this. I think that's gonna. I guess that worked. All right. Yeah, Ace lost. He lost to Forest early on. Um, I'm honestly somewhat surprised not to see a. I mean, I think Forest Jungle Swamp. You know, at the very least for 3 Authorians, I would think, to kind of maximize his drains. I'm somewhat surprised about no, docking bay there, so you can like move these to there, but it seems like he does not have a docking bay. Yeah, I would think you'd want a docking bay, but whatever. But for sure, probably another forest jungle and swamp so these guys do their job. I do like the Thorians. I think they're good. It's a very clever way to get around force drain bonuses. Imperial Decree does not stop this, and the dark side has no equivalent that does this kind of thing. WormTime does have to lose a couple cards, so WormTime is giving up on counter assault. So looks like he has at least 2 disruptor pistols. And Yarnand Al Gargan seems a little bit late in the cycle for this, but he does have it. Deploying a Corvette way over there. And deploying a Wookiee in there. Forfeit fodder. Okay. With a disruptor pistol. So this is Parsec 1, this is Parsec 7. It's gonna take 2 turns. Man, it's gonna have to go to 6. It's gonna take 3 turns actually. No. Yeah, 6 to 2 to 1. All of these drains of 2 every turn is eating at WormTime. 17 lost pile. I'm looking at his deck again. I'm going to pay to drain. He has a Blizzard Walker. So I just paid to drain once. So I like the idea, but he's going to need at least 2 guys to draw Battle Destiny there. Don't know what's in his hand, per se. AceMace has been tracking 5, so I mean, if all you have there is like, not a bunch of guys, he can eat you up quickly. Not to mention he has all that power. WormTime might have a trample. That might be what it is. So you put a pilot here, you could potentially trample an Athorian or trample a Wookiee and make things a little bit more even. You trampled an Athorian, that would mean no battle destiny draw. Yes, there is a droid that does that. The hyperspeed +1, yeah. DW uses that one a lot for dark side. Oh, illegal? Let's see. Let me double check. You're right. Boo, you're right. Ugh. Okay, well, there is R1G4. So R1G4 can do that cool stuff. You do 1, but you're right. The one that adds 2, so nice, is not there. That's just for capitals, though. So you could do this guy, but it's only a starfighter. Yeah, so basically this guy, this ugly mug for dark side. You know what? You're right. No trample. Never mind. Never mind. You're right. I honestly don't know why he deployed this. I'll be honest with you. I must be missing something. Why did you deploy this guy? Let's find out. Let's see. AceMace deploying all his Wookiees to the jungle. They're having a huge party in this jungle. They are power +1 here, so it does help. It's going to track a 6. AceMace will draw. He could shuttle them down. I think they would die really quickly, but yes, you're right. Maybe that's his plan. Hide inside of the walker, but he's facing his 26 power. I mean, you can have 2 pilots. Okay, you can have 10 power, but still 10 versus 26. So that's still a big ouch. And AceMace is using Narshada wind chimes. He can easily track this one, just activate the remaining 5 here. So still problematic. He should have 2 disruptor pistols in his hand, and of course, the 2 disruptor pistols are immune to Monarch here. So he can lose that one, and then get 1 back. Now, the disadvantage, of course, is doing that is that WormTime can respawn by draining at a 3rd place, and so he actually won't get both back. So there is a disadvantage in that strategy. But he had a 3rd disruptor pistol. Who'd have thought? But then WormTime could drain 1 more time. You could drain one more time and move that to there. He is going to do the shuttling as VHD. That's a good point here. Yeah. Yep, he could try to retrieve. Yeah, he has one. He has a secret Wookiee over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wookiees. So you're right, that would be a bunch. WormTime conceding. All right. Well, GG to AceMace. And just a drill note, asked WormTime last time that generally speaking, Lightside wins 90% of games on Scavenger. So yeah, Lightside has the definite advantage in this format here. All right. The only thing I don't know is when will the next game be? Will they tell us? All right. Well, looks like we'll have to find out later. Thanks all for attending. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.